And I am back. I've filled myself up with baked apple and potato chips, and I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty chill. So I just got done doing about 2.5 hours of Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. Good stuff. Let me just check to make sure. Good stuff. Just check to make sure. Okay, sounds alright. Cool. Alright, so it is technically November 29th where I live, which means today is the 10th anniversary of Golden Sun Dark Dawn being released in America. About 4 years ago, actually, I streamed the 2 GBA games when I started streaming, and I wanted to do the third one, but my computer couldn't really handle DS games back then. Also, this game is very hard to emulate properly. I'm just going to be straight up and honest and say that this game is being emulated. Pretty much every DS game I play is. I am using the same emulator I used for Solata Robo, and I'm using the upscaler too, so it'll look nice. That said, this is still subject to slowdowns and choppiness, so if it gets bad, I might turn it off. That said, it probably shouldn't be too bad. It's at least runnable. If it gets so bad I can't stream it, I'll figure something out. Really, my computer should be able to handle this. It's just a limitation of the programs I'm using, and Melon DS seems like the best option for this, because Des Moon absolutely does not work with this game normally. I don't know what kind of plugin I have to get for it to work with it, but I don't know. I don't want to bother with it. Anyway, got a lot of bots watching me right now, apparently. Cool. That's neat. Anyway, yeah, I ran this extensively earlier to test it. Also, using a new part of the overlay, I changed the image in the top right to reflect the game. Oh, one other thing. I'm dropping frames again. I didn't drop frames the entirety of the Hyrule Warriors stream, and now I've dropped like 300 in 3 minutes, so that's about 3% of the stream. Cool. Also, I changed the vertical overlay. Now it's got kind of a, an actual, like, DS image going on. It's to better get the spacing between the two screens. As a result, the two screens are smaller. In fact, actually, let me scooch that in just a bit because it's going off the edge. Okay. It's a little weird looking, but it's better for spacing the two screens for cutscenes, so I might be switching to that. But yeah, it works better than the Solata Robo one. I know that, because I actually checked it with Solata Robo. So we're going to start a new game. So, this game, just to be brief about it, this game was highly anticipated, was announced, I think, a year and a half before it actually came out. I know, because E3 2009, I was very, very upset over some shit, and I remember being cheered up by this news. Then it came out a year and a half later. It got some good reviews. It's not an amazing game, I'll say that. In terms of Golden Sun, this is the worst game. It's still a fun game, though, and I've only played through it once, so I'm looking forward to experiencing this again. Anyway, standard fare with all Golden Sun, you get to name a main character. We're just going to stick with the default names. Matthew's the name of the main character. And I tried clicking the screen. Wow. Matthew is the name of the default. Whoa, is the name of the default main character. So this game can be controlled with the touchscreen or the buttons, but I'm playing it on OBS's preview, so I'm not going to be able to use the touchscreen. I probably should, because it's much quicker to kind of screw around with it. Hey, Nuzaku, how you doing? Anyway, we're just going to go with Matthew. So, right off the bat, there's some pretty lengthy recap stuff here, so get ready for this. It's probably going to take a third of this stream segment just to get into the game. Long ago, the ancients of Weyard discovered the secrets of alchemy. They found that all life in Weyard was based on the 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. I'm good, I hit the big boy numbers tonight. Really? That's cool. Good job. I hit about like 6 last night because of a raid. They used their knowledge of alchemy to forge a dazzling civilization from the elements, and the ancients made their wildest dreams come true. Also, I'm using a dump of the European. Wow, you got 100 follows? Oh, you follow. You mean you hit 100 follows total. That's pretty good. And then began the nightmare of alchemy. Abuses of alchemy threatened to tear apart their civilization, so the ancients did the unthinkable. They sealed away the power of alchemy, so no one could use it. Yeah, if you notice the word civilization is spelled with an S, I am using a dump of the European ROM, because apparently the English or the North American ROM is not a good dump, and it doesn't work as well. Civilization was saved, but the physical world itself began to die a slow death. The ancients did not realize that alchemy was what held Weyard together. You missed this one? I love Golden Sun 1 and 2. This is not as good as the other two, but it's still fun. Without the force of alchemy, lands went barren, seas went dry, and the planet began to crumble. And civilization itself fell into the darkest of ages that came before its final, fatal extinction. The ancients had sealed away alchemy to save civilization. I've been saying that word a lot the last minute. But they had doomed Weyard. This game's a lot easier compared to the other two, and the story is not as good. But while the oceans churned and life on the continent slid slowly toward oblivion over the aeons, a legend was kept alive that held the key to Weyard's survival. If 4 elemental lighthouses could be ignited, their energy would trigger the Golden Sun event over Weyard. The Golden Sun would unleash the force of alchemy, saving the world. 30 years ago, a group of heroes did save the world with the Golden Sun, but now a shadowy threat is spreading. So, you're going to get a more full recap of the previous games shortly. Camelot presents. And yes, I have the upscaler turned on, so it's going to be 3 times resolution. This is kind of getting ruined because of the fog effect, though. That, and they just kind of went low poly in general. This is what made me want to use the upscaler, just because some graphic changes I'll show off when I get into it. It has been 30 years since the Golden Sun event over Weyard. The world was saved and changed. 8 heroes took part in the quest to light the elemental lighthouses. Wow, so it's Kraden, chopped meat? 4 of these brave warriors were from the town of Vale. The Warriors of Vale, as they are now known throughout Weyard, are praised and blamed for their efforts. They had long lived at the foot of Mount Aleph, home to a people charged with a sacred duty from the ancients. That was to protect Sol Sanctum, where the forbidden keys to the elemental lighthouses were hidden. It was also home to the godlike Wise One who protected Weyard. Vale kept the Sanctum's secrets for generations, ever vigilant against the return of alchemy, but the warriors of Vale were among those who pursued the forbidden return of its power. Because of their courage, the world of Weyard was saved 30 years ago. But while Weyard was saved, the new dawn of alchemy has been anything but bright. For while alchemy brings life, it has also unleashed chaos. See, I thought the setup was so cool. Just the whole idea that bringing alchemy back just fucked the world, even though it's necessary to save it. When the Golden Sun event happened, raw power exploded from the sky above Mount Aleph. Mount Aleph was largely destroyed by the explosion, and not a trace remains of the peaceful village of Vale. The planet itself is still caught in the violent throes of rebirth. Natural disasters continue to torment the people of Weyard. Yeah, you drained the well and you fixed it by breaking the dam. That dam being, Mount Aleph and also Alex. But the survivors live on, driven to new desperation, and the good people of Vale, though forced to resettle, continue their sacred vigil. What sacred vigil? The lighthouses are lit. They persist in their duty to Sol Sanctum at Mount Aleph, or at least what remains of it. 2 survivors live near the crater where Vale once was. The area rocks with eruptions, but still they watch Mount Aleph from the newly upheaved Goma Plateau. So the other thing to note about this game, the world map is heavily compressed. Even though the world map is pretty big, you're going to notice that some areas are like really close together now. They are Isaac and Garrett, 2 of the warriors of Vale. These men, praised and blamed for the dawn of this new day, study the after effects of the golden sun carefully. And from their lookout cabin, Isaac and Garrett also train their children to be powerful warriors. For this world will soon need a new generation to face the darkness of this new dawn. I don't think that was intentional. So top screen's on the right, bottom screen's on the left. Top screen is in this game is almost exclusively used for stats and stuff. So you won't be needing to look at it that often. I probably will, actually. Let me bump that to the background and push this up so I can properly use it. So, there's Isaac, 30 years older. He looks cool as fuck. His official art looks amazing for this game. Let me just show something real quick. So this is with the upscaler on. This is what the game actually looks like on the DS, and this is why I found out about the upscaler here. It is way more pixely. So it's really nice how clean it looks, and I've said that about Soul Robo, and I'm going to say it here too. Anyway, moving on. What a relief to have that journey behind us. Let's just drop our packs here, son. You can tell when I'm tapping the screen because you'll see that spot wherever I tap it. You're getting stronger, Matthew. That will serve you well since life at our cabin isn't easy. As you explore, you'll discover many people and places. Touch names for more details. You can also use L and R to view these special insights. Every new term will be added to your personal encyclopedia. So this game can be controlled entirely with the touchscreen, but it's kind of weird because overworld movement's not that good with it. Matthew, this young man is a promising Earth adept, just like his father when he started his adventures 30 years ago. And just like Isaac, who led the famous warriors of Vale, Matthew is a person of few words, but strong convictions. That's enough work for now. Let's call it a day. The view of Mount Aleph today is spectacular. What a shame things can't always stay like this. Sacred Mountain was partially destroyed before the Golden Sun event. Mountain once stood over the town of Vale, now also destroyed, and Soul Sanctum is located at its core. Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of this in the first, couple hours. It dies down a bit later on. The explosive Golden Sun event all those years ago brought back the life-giving power of alchemy to the world. The powerful explosion happened above Mount Aleph 30 years ago, releasing elemental energy throughout Wayard. Though the Golden Sun life brought the dying world back to life, the magnitude of power released has caused disasters. As for alchemy itself, it's the force of the 4 elemental powers and the study of how they combine to create reality. The ancients sealed away the force of alchemy, and the warriors of Vale went on their Golden Sun quest to restore it. We were the ones who saved our world from destruction by doing so, but the Golden Sun also brought chaos. Though our world has been reborn, people are desperate, and they're driven to fight like animals. And while civilization is ruled by chaos, the land is rocked by eruptions that explode outward from Mount Aleph. All of our continent of Angara, even all of Wayard itself, has changed so violently. I fear I know why. So yeah, that's Mount Aleph all the way out there. so Vale's completely gone still. Angara, this continent is in Upper Wayard. It is divided by the long mountain ranges that make travel between its regions difficult. The northern side of Angara is cold, while the southern part is very dry. Mount Aleph and the Goma Plateau are in the west. The world of Weyard is a flat, disc-like planet composed of the base elements of earth, wind, fire, and water. The elemental forces of alchemy, once sealed away, have returned to Weyard, bringing new life, but also destruction. All this chaos comes from the re-emergence of alchemy. The key to understanding alchemy is at Mount Aleph. Wow, I said it wrong already. Mount Aleph, within that place where it all began. Soul Sanctum. Okay, wait. How do I... Oh, okay, so I can just use that, too. Ancient temple hidden in Mount Aleph was said to be the birthplace of alchemy and the repository of the elemental stars. After the stars were used to restart the lighthouses, the resulting havoc devastated the sanctum. Wise One, I know you're watching us. Why won't you guide us? Tell us how to save Weyard. The Absolute Being looks like a floating boulder with one central eye. It watches over Weyard and holds unimaginable power. The Wise One is known to be what the ancients called a Philosopher's Stone, a creature they forged through alchemy. Ah, there you go again, Isaac. Wise One this, Wise One that. Earth Adept left his hometown of Vale over 30 years ago and returned to find it destroyed by the Golden Sun. He lives in a cabin that looks upon distant Mount Aleph, where he retrains his son Matthew in the use of synergy. I used to keep thinking it was synergy, but it is in fact synergy. I remember that being confirmed for me, because I went to Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con 2009 or 2010, and I played a preview of this game, and I remember them calling it synergy, like the person representing Nintendo called it that. I was like, oh, okay, cool, so that's how it's pronounced. And I got a Golden Sun shirt, which I still have. It's way too small for me. Look, wringing our hands and invoking the name of that godlike hunk of rock isn't going to help matters any. We did what we had to save Weyard. We released alchemy. Now its sheer force is out of control. I know, Garrett, but that's why we must learn more about the synergy vortexes. Old friend of Isaac's who fought alongside him as a warrior of Vale in the events leading to the Golden Sun phenomenon. He is Tyrell's father and a fire adept, just like his son. He lives near Mount Aleph, helping Isaac monitor the area. Synergy Vortex. These are distortions in space that suck the elemental energy out of the world and from adepts. They're thought to be an after effect caused by the Golden Sun. These vortexes have come in the wake of the Golden Sun, and they are tied to the deadly Morning Moon. So we got the Golden Sun and the Morning Moon. This immense synergy vortex once caused unimaginable destruction in the center of the Angara continent. The misery it caused was so widespread it became known as the Morning Moon. Fortunately, our old friend Ivan has made it a whole lot easier to build us... Fortunately, our old friend Ivan has made that a whole lot easier by building us that soar wing. So Ivan's the third character. He now lives in the nearby land of Kale. He and his daughter Karis are wind adepts, descendants of the Anemos, an old civilization thought long gone. Soarwing. This remarkable invention allows its wearer to glide upon the winds. Soarwings are hard to make and are quite rare. Now we could quickly fly in search of synergy vortexes as they pop up around the Vale area. Villagers lay at the front foot of Mount Aleph until the Golden Sun event, when Aleph exploded, devastating the area. People of Vale have settled elsewhere, but most have made their home around the New Goma Plateau and the Goma Mountains. Most importantly, we could fly over the impassable terrain around Mount Aleph to reach Soul Sanctum. I wonder if the Wise One is even at Soul Sanctum anymore, given all the eruptions nearby. Then again, he's not flesh and blood like us, so maybe all this doesn't even bother him. That's all the more reason we should take the soaring lessons from Karis. This young wind adept has long known Matthew and Tyrell, often visiting them at their Goma Plateau cabin. Her father, Ivan, was a warrior of Vale. She has inherited her father's indomitable spirit and powers of observation. She's every bit as disciplined as her father, so we couldn't be in better hands. Get off the roof, Tyrell! This young man is a fire adept, following in the footsteps of his father, Garrett. He has a reputation for being a troublemaker, but Matthew is still proud to call him his best friend. I'll be down before anyone knows it, Karis. Don't be stupid, Tyrell. It's slippery up here after last night's storm. Oh, you can fall for all I care, but don't break the soar ring. Don't be stupid. Don't be so uptight, Karis. I got it under control. That fool son of mine has taken out Ivan's soar wing. Every now and then, you can use the emotion menu to communicate what you think. Choose the smiling face on the left to respond in a glad, easygoing way. Select the gleeful face to show that you're feeling very positive, even gutsy. Select the sad face to show that you're feeling glum or troubled. Choose the angry face to respond with irritation. Now choose one of the faces to show how you feel about what was just said. That fool son of mine has taken Ivan's Sorewing. Breaks my heart too. He's 16, but Tyrell still acts like a brat. We've got to get that Sorewing from Tyrell before he breaks it. Onward. So yeah, that's going to pop up a lot. That just means it's okay to move. So using the touchscreen, I could just tap a spot and slowly walk towards it. And the farther I hold it, the quicker I'll run. What do you think you're doing, Tyrell? That said, I might use the, You and your big mouth, Karis, they hurt us. So what's this do? Okay, that brings up the menu. This opens the map, which I believe is detailed enough that it shows where I am. I'll probably be using that mostly out of battle. Settings. Let's turn the message speed to fast. Speech sounds on. Quick select off, just to be safe. Synergy. So yeah, the maps are the menus are a little clunky. It's mostly, they made it mostly to be touched, for touchscreen stuff. Let us put move on L and growth on R. Cure, you can't do that. Also, nice thing about this game, growth is a permanent move. You don't have to equip multiple Jin to get growth. Items. We're just starting with the basics. Herb and a piece of cloth. Status. It doesn't show me with a weapon because I don't have one equipped. So yeah, basic stuff. Experience points, level, current class. Works the same way. You use Jin. HP, PP, luck, agility, defense, attack, experience. Shows you your level and power and resistance to each element. Shows you your synergy. You can actually tap it on the screen, I believe. Oh, I thought it gave something extra. And it shows their inventory. All basic stuff. Encyclopedia, that shows you everything you've learned. There's 179 entries, so... So the entries are split by letter. Move synergy. This Earth-based synergy allows the user to move objects along the ground. Objects far too heavy for you and hands can be moved with little effort. Interesting. I had no idea that was a thing. This Earth-based synergy causes plants to grow rapidly, sometimes creating climbable vines to view new locations. So yeah, people are all stored in their own tab here. And yeah, if you see a bright red entry, it's a new one. Atlas, this shows you the... This shows you the whole world map, but you can't zoom out on it. So as you can only see this part of it. It looks way more like the land masses are way bigger and there's fewer rivers. And the implication is kind of that the world is expanding outward. So even though this world map is pretty big, it's actually only like the very top part of the Angar continent. In fact, I don't think you go to any of the other continents in this game. And then you could use this to select the area you want to go to and look at the maps internally, which is nice. One thing I'm not a big fan of in this game, there are points of no return in it, and that's very, very bad. Especially since there are Jin to collect. Okay, that lets you quick check all their stuff. Just come down, Tyrell, please, we won't be mad. There is no run in this game, it's just automatic once you start moving. Herb. Isaac, Garrett, you have to stop him. That idiotic son of mine, he just can't stay out of trouble. Just in time, Matthew. You're a sensible kid. See if you could stop that blockhead. Get over there, Matthew. Talk Tyrell down. Oh, that's just like you, egging him on. You should be a better friend. The kid never listens to me. When I was young, I was nothing like that. That is not true at all. Don't come any closer, Matthew. I told Karis that I only wanted to take the Soar Wing out for a quick spin, but she wouldn't let me. She was concerned for your safety, Tyrell. Flying without proper instructions is too dangerous. Even a Wind Adept needs special training to fly a Soar Wing. You can't possibly pilot it yet. Come on, how hard can it be? I mean, you just jump into the air, and you just jump into the wind and act like a bird. Yeah, exactly. It's easy. What? That's bird brain, son. You're gonna drop like a rock into the valley below. You're wrong. You just don't have any faith in me, Dad. And I'm fed up with people not taking me seriously. He's going to do it. There must be something we can do to stop him. He's beyond reason. Our only chance is to render the Soar Wing useless before he takes off. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. If you take off, you won't be able to return you to the platform. You'll drop into the forest below. Aww. This is great, but wait. I really am dropping lower. Oh, now he gets it. You don't have the synergy to maintain that altitude, Tyrell. Controlling the elements with the mind is known as using synergy. Those who use synergy are called adepts, masters over earth, wind, fire, and water. Many effects are possible through the use of synergy. But Dad and Isaac have the power to fly it. They're extremely skilled adepts, that's why. Those who can use synergy are known as adepts. They're the rare descendants of an ancient culture that has long since passed. Wind adepts are especially rare. But you're not, Karis. You're an apprentice adept, just like me. But I'm a wind adept. I'm already used to controlling the wind. Yeah, it's true. I'm dropping lower, spiraling faster. Help! What a disaster. Tyrell won't last long down in the forest. It's too dangerous. Easy now. We'll save him. We'd never just stand by and watch him get hurt. I've got it. He can fly over to the forest valley, then land at the cave. That's his only shot at surviving. I'd better tell him, quickly. Listen, Tyrell. Help me! You're already too low to make it back up here. Ah, you're right. What can I do? Fly to the far side of the forest. There's a small peak with a cave there. I'm falling too fast. I can't get there, Isaac. Hope you're right about this, Isaac. There's no time to doubt yourself. You said you could fly, so fly. Fly to the cave, then take cover. We'll get to you as soon as we can. What? Tough it out? Okay, can do, Matthew. See you there. Just go already. Don't waste another second, Tyrell. You'll all come find me, promise? You're my son. I won't leave you to the wolves. Now get going. Fine, I'll head out, but you better come get me or else. And off he zooms. He's doing it. He's gone. I hope Tyrell can really make it to the other side of the forest. You're right to worry, but we need to act fast. You have to let Matthew and me go with you. I'm worried about my father's Soar Wing. It's so incredibly difficult to make them. We know how valuable the Soar Wing is, but... And I feel responsible for Tyrell too. If only I'd kept better watch over it. Nonsense. My son is always acting like a fool. You're not to blame. Garrett, we should take them along. You can't be serious. They're just kids. I'm dead serious. They're willing to brave the forest below to help Tyrell. They have every reason to just let us take care of this, but they want to help. This is what we've been training our children for, assuming their duty to look after the world. Well, no offense to the kids, but they're going to slow us down. Tyrell is all alone down there. Tyrell is more resourceful than you give him credit for. He can fend for himself until we reach him. If you say so, Isaac. I'm going to give Tyrell such an earful for taking the Sore Wing. So as you can tell, this game is pretty wordy. It's as wordy as the old games. My, what fire you've got for a Wind Adept, Karis. Good, you'll need it out there. Karis. Now we all need to get a move on. Tyrell will be waiting on us. Head inside the cabin. Gear up, then meet us at the bridge to the east. Gear up quickly. We need to be on our way. Bum, 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 bum. Are you ready yet, Matthew? Isaac asked me to give something to you. Leather cap. Let me help you put that on. Watch how I look at your items. Then how I equip one. So this is a Force tutorial. To equip yourself with weapons and armor with an U, because it's the European version, open the menu by touching the thing icon in the bottom right. Select items to options to access your items. This is all automatic. Now find the rest of your gear, then equip your weapon and armor. Hurry, we need to rescue Tyrell. One more thing, make sure you record your progress in the travelogue now and then. Watch how I do it. Okay, so we're going back in here. We now can save the game with the travelogue. It actually forces this too. And it gives you a little recap on the top screen. Isaac says it's important to keep track of your adventures, so it's best that you get in the habit. And yeah, just like Solana Robo, every time I save, it's gonna chug a bit. Let's get my sword. So it automatically sorts your items in this game. User drop. I think you could give it too. So the implication is that Isaac, Garrett, Matthew, and Tyrell just live in this cabin and don't ever see their family. Which, you know, I'm all for polyamory, bisexual, Isaac and Garrett. Everything is kept tidy. Everything is kept very tidy, excuse me. Sun Saga 1. Traveling with Synergy. People without powers can't get very far through the wilderness, but we Adepts can. Adepts can use Synergy to remove obstacles and make paths while traveling. Use Move to clear rocks. Utilize Growth to make vines grow into ladders. Whenever you think you can't go forward, think about how your current synergy could be the key to your situation. So yeah, you could kind of search for things. It's an empty pot. Would you like to look through the telescope? Oh, I forgot you could do this. Mount Aleph, site of Soul Sanctum, glows intensely, as it has for many years. I believe this is the other piece of armor. Yeah, because you get armor, gloves, hood, and weapon. Ew. Oh, I was gonna say, what's up with that rug? It's glitching a bit. Sun Saga 1, the first part of the Warriors of Vale story. Drop. This is a neat recap of the first two games, with like this storybook style. The saga of the Golden Sun begins long before the transformative event that happened over Mount Aleph. Oh, I didn't get to read that. The relics that could release the Golden Sun were hidden in a temple known as the Soul Sanctum. Then came the day that the villagers Garrett, Isaac, and Jenna set out to meet the local scholar of alchemy. They stumbled across strangers in the shadows who desired to possess the relics of the temple. So Tauros and Minardo. They rushed to find the scholar Creighton, who said they had to find out if Soul Sanctum had been breached. Though only priests were allowed inside, Creighton and his friends dared to enter the temple to find out the truth. I believe there's 4 of these books total. The traps they found within the temple should have scared them away, but its mysteries lured them even deeper. But what they truly couldn't resist was the spirit of adventure. They finally reached their destination at the heart of the mountain, where the relics of the temple had been hidden. One could almost say they were legends. Their moment of wonder was interrupted by the arrival of thieving fiends. They duped Creighton into solving the temple's riddles for them. Their guide was none other than Jenna's brother Felix, who was thought drowned during a storm in Vale 3 years earlier. The thieves kidnapped Jenna and Creighton. And then stole the legendary relics from Soul Sanctum, the elemental stars. Isaac and Garrett were left to fend for themselves inside the relic chamber. Their exit was cut off. They couldn't leave the chamber. The mountain began to shake angrily, awoken by the loss of the elemental relics. Magma began to bubble and gush. Mount Aleph was, in truth, a slumbering volcano. Isaac and Garrett were trapped. Just then, the protector of Soul Sanctum appeared. The godlike Wise One had come to their rescue. The Wise One explained that a nightmare had been put into motion by the theft of the elemental stars. 4 lighthouses, which had sealed away the apocalyptic power of alchemy, could now be powered back up. Powered! The lighthouses could be reignited with their matching elemental stars, unleashing alchemy upon the world. After telling of ancient catastrophes averted, and a new one soon to begin, the Wise One teleported Isaac and Garrett safely out of the mountain, back up to the temple entrance. They were saved from the volcanic wrath of Mount Aleph. Wrath. R-A-F-F. And that is where our story will continue. But not this story. This story still got quite a bit more to it left. Great, you're ready. Let's meet up with Garrett and your father. Do you remember where to meet them? No problem. Head east from the cabin, then keep going to get to the cliffs. Karis fused with you. So she is in my party now. And she has all of her fun shit already equipped, as well as 1 herb. 1 whole herb. She only has Whirlwind, which I don't think has much use outside of battle right now. It might later. Windseer and Squire. 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 This game's really nice. This game came out in 2010, as evidenced by the fact that today's the 10th US anniversary of it, which only was a month after the Japanese anniversary. I just wanted to do Soul Robo first. And yeah, it's really nice. It's a late-stage DS game. The summons in particular are really good. When you get to see those, they're really nice, but also they might make the game chug too much. Now, those two should have no problem making their way down from our plateau by themselves. Our plateau. See, they are married. They're totally married to each other as well. They're in a polyamorous relationship. And we'll follow at a distance. Yes, I get your plan, Isaac, but this has got me worried. Don't be. I see it as a great chance to see them in action, as long as they don't get in over their heads. No way. Too dangerous. This is a bad plan. They have to learn how to handle it themselves. This isn't some practice session. My son is in danger. We have to reach him as fast as possible. Remember, being an Earth Adept allows me to feel what's happening in the forest. Tyrell made it to the far side of the woods. He's taken shelter. How exactly does that work? Fine, fine, you win. So do I have your word that we'll let them handle their own battles? Hmm? Well, Garrett, I want an answer. Yes, we're eavesdropping. Don't look so shocked. It's the only way to find out anything around here. Right, Matthew? We heard everything. They're planning something for us, right? I wouldn't be so carefree if I were you. Not when they're scheming behind our backs. But we weren't. I mean, we're just strategizing, that's all. We've decided to let you fight your own battles as we descend from the plateau. I suppose you want an explanation. Okay, I'll tell you. I just think this is a great opportunity for you two to prove your skill. Now that you know our big secret, how about we head down into the valley? Onward! Get a move on, Matthew. Take the lead. Find Tyrell. There's no time to waste. Tyrell is waiting for us. Head for the far path. That's the one that will take us towards Tyrell. Really easy to get caught on shit. Bump, 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 bump. Hold on, Matthew. Monsters are nearby. I can feel it in my bones. Stay on your guard. You're on your own against the critters in the Goma Plateau. You ready for this? That's the way you feel? Then maybe we should just walk off on you two. Wait, what? Don't be worried about facing monsters for the first time. You'll do just fine. Hey, everyone gets a little scared about their first few battles. Even I did. And then a blue man beat the shit out of me. Yeah, so frames are already dropping a bit. But, wow, that actually doesn't look as good as I remember it looking. Hold on. Yeah, it really doesn't look much better, huh? Let's just leave it on. It's weird, like, the effect looks better in certain situations than others. Attack normally. So yeah, they, instead of, I mean, they... Golden Sun 1 and 2 had that dynamic, like, camera angle, like, layering in their battles, and this kind of does the same thing with the camera spinning around. So there's mastering, as you see, it says, Karis mastered the wooden stick. In order to do the unleash effects in this game, you need to master a weapon beforehand, so that means using it a lot. How'd you like your first battle, Matthew? Now don't forget to exploit your synergy fully during battles. But also know that you can use it while exploring, too. Synergy can help you get past obstacles. For instance, you can use synergy to move objects that bar your path. Okay, let's press onward, Matthew. There's no going back now. So these fights are all set. So, fun fact, if you pull this, you could, like... Yeah, you can pull the map, you can pull the camera all the way out that way. They just really want this game to look neat. Well, I see some, artifacting going on down there. So you can either, hold on, Good thinking, Matthew. You surprised Garrett. He didn't think you'd figure it out so easily. Great, Matthew. It looks like you've known how to do this forever. Still, I bet Garrett wants to have the last word. You bet I do. Okay, when moving a rock like this, be sure to shove it all the way over the edge. Isaac, we made this test way too easy for them. Maybe, but it's just a first step. It was too simple. Anyone could pass that test. What's all this about a test? Can you believe this, Matthew? You're both terrible putting that in our way on purpose. Right, Matthew? See, he doesn't mind. He appreciates a test. Okay, just shove that rock out of your way. Just in case, let's take a quick look at how to activate Synergy. I already know how to shortcut it, so... Menu on the bottom right, Synergy. Select the Synergy you want to use. Make use of certain kinds of Synergy often. Assign those to L and R. And then what you could do is, you could just slide the stylus in a direction to push it. Easy stuff, really. The Synergy you currently wield should cover your needs on this mission. Keep pushing on ahead. Synergy can also be used in a variety of ways, so keep your eyes open for opportunities to use it. Now, you may be worried you'll run out of Synergy points if you use Synergy while traveling. Your PP will replenish naturally while walking, slowly but surely. So use it whenever you need to. Besides, look over there. The area around the left brims with elemental power, which crystallizes in the form of a Synergy stone. This is a Synergy-rich mineral that forms over many years as elemental power slowly crystallizes. Adepts can regain Synergy points by touching a stone, which then shatters. Just touch one to restore all your Synergy points. Okay, let's keep pushing ahead. Use Synergy to get past obstacles that stand between us and Tyrell. That's nice. Stone shattered, so it's pretty much the same shit. Nothing really too different from the old games yet. I think it's bad now. Wait till you have 4 party members in your on screen later. That is a very weak heal effect. I didn't realize it was that wimpy. Made it to the bottom of the Goma Plateau. Good work. But we haven't reached Tyrell yet. That cave Tyrell flew to is still a hike away. Thought we would reach the cave long before it got dark. Now we're in trouble. I never intended on taking the kids into the Tanglewood at night. This force is said to transform at night, changing into a woods that ensnares those who are brave or foolish enough to enter it after dark. Well, we've never been in the forest at night either, but now we have to find Tyrell, so let's press onward. Alright, get ready for more tutorials, because we're about to get them. I don't like the look of this. Yeah, nightfall. Not good. The nocturnal monsters will be on the prowl. This will make things much more difficult for us. Not scared? Fighting our way down from the plateau must have given you confidence. They'd better keep their distance. They wouldn't want to mess with me and you, Isaac. Excuse me. I'm not sure what to do about Matthew and Karis at this point. Well, we can't just leave them behind, Isaac. Of course not, but they can't go ahead of us either. Monsters will sense that they're easier prey. Easier prey? Oh no, Matthew, should we be worried? Maybe you're not worried, but Karis has every right to be concerned. Well then, tough times call for tough measures. We'll lend you some Jin. A creature of pure elemental energy, adepts use Jin to enhance their own powers and summon spirits. They fall into 4 elemental categories: Mars, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Only until we find Tyrell, however. We're very attached to our Jin, of course. You were planning this all along, weren't you? You'll let us borrow Jin for a while? Using Jin to battle will make us much more powerful. Do you remember how to use Jin? Good, but we can never be too careful. Jin offer too many benefits to miss any. We should have one of our Jin explain things. Yep, even if you say yes, they still force you into the tutorial. I'll have Flint explain it to you, just as he did when I first met him at the start of our very first quest. Okay, Isaac. You want me to explain how Jin work? You've got it. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Karis. I'm one of Isaac's Venus Jin. My name is Flint. I've known Isaac since the day he first left his hometown, Vale. We don't have time for reminiscing, Flint. Please, just a primer on Jin. Always in such a hurry. Okay then, short and sweet. How to use Jin. Ignore that line on the bottom screen. We Jin are nature spirits. There are 4 types of us: Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. We span the 4 elements. Venus comes from Earth, while Mercury comes from water. Mars are from fire, while Jupiter are based on wind. When you set Jin on someone, their class may change. In this example, setting these 2 Jin make Matthew a brute. It raises his HP, attack, defense, agility, and lowers his PP and luck, but gives him Fireball, while also making him lose Cure. And that Jin's holder's stats, such as HP and PP, may change as well. Changing class can give you new synergy while cutting other synergy. Experiment with classes to access new powers. Each Jinny also has a unique power. Throw a Jinny into battle and it will help you fight. Now watch how to do this. Again, all automated. So the interesting thing about this part of the game is that you're lent these Jin, and they're all Jin from the older games, but then once you finish this part, you don't have them anymore. And you can't get them. All the other Jin that show up are new. So that one absorbs energy. Slime is down. After a Jin fights, it goes on to standby. The class and synergies it helped grant are lost until it returns to set status. Distribute your Jin around the party and experiment with various combinations to see how they benefit each warrior. You can't pile us all on one person. We'd like to be shared around the whole party so everyone benefits. As I said, Jin go into standby after battling. You can also assign the status in the Jin menu, so why is standby useful? Because standby Jin can summon powerful spirits into battle. Anyone in your party can draw upon the pool of all Jin currently on standby. Now watch how to summon a spirit. Let me pull this up for this. You're gonna get to see a summon. So these summons are amazing for a DS game. These look amazing, even without the upscaler on. Jin rest after being used for a summons. When ready, they return to set status, restoring class and stat changes to the holder. Did you understand everything I've said about the benefits of set Jin and standby Jin? I understood it all. So it works on a cycle. Attack with them, summon, and then they set back. You just gotta wait for them to do that. That wraps it up then. Thanks for showing us how it's done. Good work, Flint. And he zoops himself back into Isaac. Okay, let's divvy up the Jin. Remember what Flint said about dividing them evenly? Sounds like you're ready to put Flint's lesson into practice. Let's hurry it up. Tyrell's waiting for us. Gather around. Ready, Matthew? Ready, Karis? That takes care of divvying up the Jin. Back when I started, I had only one Jin. Think you two are ready to borrow 6? Don't be afraid. I know it's overwhelming, but you'll manage just fine. Isaac, wait. Isn't it about time we talked about who's leading this expedition? I know you said Matthew should lead, but I'm having doubts. I don't think he's ready. There, I said it. So, Matthew shouldn't be the team leader, then? Back in the old days, Isaac and Felix were our leaders. Another one of Vale's Earth adepts who led a second party that joined up with Isaac's group in the days before the Golden Sun. Felix's sister Jenna and the scholar Creighton were the others from Vale in his party. He left his homeland and has not been seen since. Your dad wasn't exactly the talkative type when he was younger. We've always managed to set aside our differences. We're great on a team. Excuse me. What's on your mind, Isaac? Looks like you've had a brainwave. Isaac? I said, what's on your mind? I can usually read him like a book. Even if it's a thick book half the time. Yes, thick book. Funny. Now, if you're done talking, I've had a thought. About the leader? Who's it going to be? Stop beating around the bush. Say it already. Matthew will be the leader, of course. Just brilliant. We're back to where we started. You want Matthew to lead. Garrett, stop. My son isn't ready to order around veterans like us. Are you, Matthew? I totally am. I don't think that getting cocky is going to convince them. Just listen. Garrett and I will join you in battle now, but you, Matthew, will guide only Karis. So you mean that we'll be supporting Matthew and Karis, right? You and I will watch them over them as they battle, yes. Should be easy enough for a veteran like you to handle. I'm giving him the wrong voice. Okay then, you two will still be on your own, but we'll need to jump in with you if you need help. Oh my god. I'm already fucking it up, huh? Exactly. Now let's get moving. You heard him, boss. So I have Isaac and Garrett in my party. Temporarily. Only temporarily. So, there's explanations that happen here, but since we've already sat through a ton of them, let's just, start getting ready to, like, plow forward through this. I have to use the touchscreen for this, don't I? Or I just can't unleash it from here. So yeah, it's kind of dropping to 53 frames per second here, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Karis, try using a Jin. Torch roasts your foe, no matter his defenses. So I have Sap, Spark, and Shine. She has Torch, Ground, and Granite. Oh, Ground. I remember Ground using that. Granite is a good one. Well, I'm yawning a lot. So the way that a damage excuse me, the way that a damage message comes. Oh my god! Wow, hold on. So the way that a damage message comes up determines if it's effective or not. If you see 1 exclamation point, it's normal damage. If you see 3 exclamation points, it's weakness. Like they're weak to that. And if you see a period, they're strong against it. There might be something hidden over there. Nope, just battles, just death. So, as you could probably guess, Isaac and Garrett have unlimited health and don't die, ever. They also don't attack that often. Harrison Bolt. So yeah, standard Golden Sun fare. Again, game isn't that hard. Some of the end game bosses are a little difficult, but most of this game is piss easy. So this, you were supposed to like go up there and get stuck and wonder what you're supposed to do, but that leads to like a ton more dialogue, which mostly gets skipped now. How'd you do that, Matthew? You burned up most of those roots with only 1 fireball. This fire-based energy concentrates ambient heat energy into a ball of flame that can be used to incinerate a target. I've had a strange feeling ever since we entered this area. Well, something isn't right. There's no way Matthew could do so much damage with fireball synergy. That's true. You're talented, but you shouldn't be able to manage to do that much damage yet, Matthew. How'd you think to use fireball synergy on that big tree? I suppose you knew something would happen, but that? Very impressive, Matthew. Who cares how he knew how he knew to use synergy? I want to know why it works so well. The sinister gases here. The lack of bright starlight. The Tanglewood is at its worst right now. Evil influences are seeping into the Tanglewood, transforming the forest into a place of corruption. The Tanglewood earns its name from the evil energy tangles up reality with corruption. People say those with pure hearts can see through all this corruption. Right through all this corruption. I think it's more likely that pure fire easily burns these impure trees. Possibly. Then again... Another theory, Isaac? Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe? We need more than a maybe. Negative energy is drawn to dark places, Garrett. So the mysterious energy in this forest is drawn to the darkness and shies away from the light. Negative energy is drawn to the darkness? Then it must have a weakness to light. But there's more. Negative energy draws the cold to it. A vile pairing that you should always keep in mind. So that means that monsters lured here by the dark are cold and vulnerable to light and fire. Got that? Hell yeah, I got that. Good, because you never know when these sorts of insights will prove a matter of life or death. These deceptions are vulnerable to light and fire, or at least these weak spots are. You were right all along. Then let's keep burning up these half-false trees. You'll need fireball synergy, so make sure to always keep one Mars Djinn set. Now let's go. How do we have 3 Mars Djinn set? Does it count Isaac and Garrett's as well? Just take Tiamat out. Use Tiamat. Good dragon. Yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. There's just no way to boost up performance any harder. Melon can't process it. Bramble Seed. Humph, 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 humph. Rat soldier. It's the giant rat that makes all the rules. Ow. Tricky platforming. Nothing too difficult right now. I think some of the puzzles get a little more in-depth later. And here we can use move from a distance, since I figured out how to open up the menu with this controller. Whoops. At last, the cave. And there's the Soar Wing. That's right. That's it, alright. So I'm betting Tyrell landed up there and then climbed inside. It's destroyed. He crashed the Soar Wing. It's broken. The wing. It's totally destroyed. Won't be flying anytime soon. What have you done, Tyrell? It could have been much worse, my friend. You think so? Absolutely. We still have our children alive and well. Tyrell is nearby, Garrett. I'm sure of it. Thank the fates. At least he made it. But we still need to find him quickly. Lead us into the cave, Matthew. Abandoned mine. Abandoned yours. So here's the Jin screen. You can actually just, like, pick up Jin and swap them. That's sad. I'm gonna turn them off just so I can use Cure real quick. Also, another thing about this game that's different from the previous Golden Sun games, the Jin all look different. It's not just the 4 elements, but each Jin of each kind of each Jin looks different. So Shine and Spark look different, Torch looks different, Ground and Granite look different. There's some really cool designs for some of them. But if you click on the face, yeah, it sets and puts all of them off. My fireball got removed because I took the Marsh Jin off. Strangely, the synergy zone disappears without restoring your synergy points. Interesting. What if that's foreshadowing anything? Tyrell, can you hear me? Shout if you can hear us, son. You said he wasn't in danger. Are you sure? Don't panic, Garrett. I feel his life force. Tyrell is somewhere nearby. It's too dark. We can't see anything. Something isn't quite right here. At one time, this was a Synergy Stone mine. Yet we've seen so few of the crystals. Chalk it up to yet one more odd phenomenon we need to investigate. That is, if we ever find Tyrell. Throw a fireball or two out there, Garrett. Light up this place. Okay, easy enough. Uh-oh, there's the black hole. A synergy vortex. Yeah, and it's just about the biggest synergy vortex we've seen in a while. What's it doing here? I have no idea, but be careful. Few things are as dangerous to adepts as synergy vortexes. I've never seen one up close. The vortexes suck up any synergy that comes in reach, right? Yes, let's hurry onward. We need to find Tyrell. Look over there, it's Tyrell. So that image is one of the moments where I saw how, like, the comparison. Look what this looks like without the upscaler on. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Never mind. Maybe I'm thinking of a different moment. Tyrell passed out. He's lost consciousness because the vortex pulled the synergy out of him. The boy's fearless to a fault. What'd he do, touch it? Why would your dad send Tyrell to a place with vortexes? They never appeared inside this cave before, not in all these years. You can bet, had we known about this, I would have never let my son come here. Alright, quickly, we must go armed with knowledge, excuse me. The vortexes are pure anti-synergy, created by exceptionally dense concentrations of synergy. They must be related to all the synergy stones that have gone missing in the mine. Another theory is that the vortexes, which appear in many places, merely foreshadow something worse. And that's the coming of the morning moon, a single vortex of immense magnitude. Either way, the elemental lighthouses that triggered the golden sun are at the heart of the problem. There are 4 of these towers that sent their beams of elemental energy over Mount Aleph to cause the golden sun event. This released the force of alchemy which had been sealed away by the ancients back into the world of Weyard. So our old friend Kraden believes, as he's a scholar of ancient alchemy, his theory's probably right. This old scholar was one of Weyard's foremost authorities on alchemy, synergy, and ancient cultures. He traveled with the Warriors of Vale, and now he conducts his research with 2 young apprentices. Okay, consider us armed with information. Now let's get in there and help Tyrell. Of course, Karis. All this theory isn't helping matters. Let's get in there and save him. One of those corrupted plants from the Tanglewood is growing next to the vortex. It's awfully close to Tyrell. Hurry in there and save him with your synergy. And remember, Matthew, if you need to throw a fireball, keep one Mars Jinn set, not on standby. Now let's go. For no reason, I think I'll save here. The Tangle Bloom appeared. This is where the game really starts chugging when you get to the boss fights. Let me see if disabling the renderer helps a bit. A little bit. And it doesn't affect the battle that much, because this is already very heavily pixelated to begin with. Yeah, putting on that resolution does not help at all. Honestly, I might just leave it off for most of the game, or most of the important fights. See, it's weak because it got 3 exclamation points afterwards. Also, you can also pretty much tell it's going to be weak to fire. It's a plant. I'm going to use this even though it's not going to do anything. Now, we can summon Meteor. And we didn't even need the Holy Materia for it. Or the Black Materia, whatever. Majora's Mask this motherfucker. Matthew learned Earthquake. I got a Psy Crystal. It's weird, they don't capitalize the item names in this game. Yeah, that's the moment I was talking about. So look at Tyrell there. Look at him. Look how pixelated that is. As opposed to with the renderer on. When you can look at that. That difference is incredible. You can't even tell it's 3D with software rendering on. That looks like a sprite. Yeah, that's the moment I realized, wow, this emulator is actually really good. It's just a shame it doesn't run properly because of the because Golden Sun's a terrible game that doesn't run properly. It's good. It's good. I like it. Tyrell, wake up. Please, Tyrell. Tyrell has been drained of his synergy. Adepts need help recovering from such trauma. Oh, I was having such nice dreams. What? You oaf. Is that the thanks we get? We were worried about you. Worried? Oh yeah, now I remember. I crashed the Soar Wing. The wing broke. Only the wing? It's utterly destroyed. You were sick with worry, Tyrell. Hope I didn't upset you too much, Matthew, but hey, I'm still alive, right? We're all glad to see you safe, Tyrell. We should be thankful you made it through all this without serious injury. Or it would have delayed the start of your trip. My trip? What trip? We have to get the Soar Wing in working order as soon as possible. You're going to help us fix it. As much as I would like to shelter you, Tyrell, you've just gone too far this time. My father put some very rare resources into building that Soar Wing for Isaac and Garrett. We can make most of the repairs ourselves, but we lack a major material to fix it fully. The rare material comes from the feathers of a very unusual bird. We need feathers from a mountain rock, a mammoth bird that roosts far across the continent. These gigantic birds are so rarely seen that they're considered beyond legendary. A single feather could provide enough material to help craft a Soar Wing. Way off at the far side of the country of Morgul, in fact. The country occupies the northeastern part of Angar, with the capital city of Belinsk at the center. Morgul is home to many wonders, from the tree village of Kolyma to the ancient dock facilities of Port Rago. So Kolyma is an area from the first game, but Belinsk and Port Rago were completely new areas. The trip will be difficult, but first we need you to get rested up at the cabin, alright? Onward! I don't have Tyrell yet. on a second. No, no better. It's still weird, because, like, some parts are still very pixely. But even if I up the native resolution, it doesn't look any better. Like, that's as good as it looks, period. Okay, secure the soar wing. Now let's get back to the cabin. What? You're sending Matthew and Tyrell off on their own? I'm shocked, Karis. It's not like you to get so riled up. Look, I want to see my father's soar wing fixed just as much as you do. But you'll need a mountain rock feather for that, and I've heard you say how hard it is getting the last one. True enough, we have to travel through the swollen realm of Bilibin, through Border Town, then to Morgul beyond. Swollen. Once a small town, Bilibin has grown since the time of the Golden Sun to the point that it is now a country. While supposedly governed by the Macaw men, it's rumored that the wife actually is ruling the land. Border Town. This town is the major crossing point between Morgul and Bilibin. It was no walk in the park. Getting a rock feather is never easy. But we need that soar wing fixed, since Garrett and I have to stay here and monitor Mount Aleph. Why? That leaves only the boys to fetch that feather for us. You know how hard we're working with your father to study the after effects of the Golden Sun. How could I not? We have the busiest parents in Angara. Then you also know how vital the soar wing is to our efforts. Without it, we can't get near Mount Aleph. I can't believe that my own son would risk the soar wing. It's about time he got straightened out. And a tough quest for the feather is just the thing to do it. But Tyrell can't do it alone, so I'm sending Matthew with him. They're practically brothers, since we're lovers, after all. Sorry you got dragged into all this, Matthew. Are you looking forward to setting off with Tyrell? Hell yeah. You'll never forget your first quest, but don't forget to keep an eye on him, okay? Garrett, we probably shouldn't delay them any further. The boys need to leave immediately. What? Just like that? So soon? Our first quest began just as suddenly, Karis. 30 years ago, we were catapulted into action when we met Kraden. His study of alchemy changed our lives. Good old Kraden. Hey, didn't our friend say the alchemist say he would pay us a visit soon? So he did. Isaac? Oh boy, I know that look. You're hatching a plan. Now that we're on the subject of Kraden... Out with it, Isaac. He's got that far-off look in his face. That means he's having a good idea. Usually, anyway. Kraden might be willing to help with the boys out with this one. Yeah, I think the boys would benefit from Kraden's help. Tell me, who was Kraden again? I sort of remember this ancient, crusty guy visiting the cabin once. Sure, he's old as the hills, but have some respect for Kraden. He was that old scholar who helped our dad all those years ago. Our dads all those years ago. Yes, Kraden helped us when we were young warriors, so I bet he'd even enjoy helping out our children. You sure he's up to the task? Why wouldn't he be? I mean, Kraden's getting in on years, Isaac. It's been 3 decades since he helped us. Sure, it's been 30 years since that quest ended, but we've hardly aged. Kraden's the same. It's the same with my father. He says he looks a smidge older than back then, but not much. Ivan believes that those of us who were directly exposed to the power of the Golden Sun have aged very little. How weird to know I'll grow older while you adults stay the same. It's like getting left behind. You know what? I want in on this quest. I'm going with Matthew and Tyrell. So, the implication is that they were, like, in their teens, and now, like, canonically, even though they're, like, 46, they look like they're in their, like, early to mid-20s. That's what I believe is the, ratio there. Don't be so ridiculous, Karis. You don't know the first thing about adventuring. You literally just went on one to get Tyrell back. Garrett, stop. She's a wind adept, and her powers will help. It's settled. The 3 of you will leave immediately. Fess up, Isaac. You had this planned all along, didn't you? We mustn't waste another minute. I'll contact Kraden while you kids pack. Seriously? We're leaving that soon? Talk about pushing us out of the nest. But we know nothing about going so far away. Where did you say that feather was? Somewhere in Morgul? This isn't a holiday. It's a quest into the unknown. So the sooner you begin, the sooner you'll find your way. What? You mean you're sending us off to meet your friend Kraden and giving us no more details? Kraden is a genius when it comes to charting a course into the unknown. You'll be in excellent hands. I think I should arrange to have you all meet at Carver's camp. That's not so far away. The lumberjack camp stands at one end of the valley that leads through the Goma Mountains to Bilibin and the rest of the continent beyond. I'll send the carrier pigeon that arrived earlier to inform him. Why not just wait for him here? Didn't that carrier pigeon bring word that he was coming this way? You can't just send us on our way like this. I mean, it's getting dark outside. He's made up his mind that it's time for you to grow into warriors. He needs your help. Besides, Isaac is consumed by concern about what's going on out there. We need that Sorwing fixed. If you ask me, it sounds like Isaac needs to fly that Sorwing to Soul Sanctum in Mount Aleph. The mountain has been erupting for a long time, so there's only one way there, by air. He can't go to the Soul Sanctum until the Sorwing is fixed. I think he needs to return where their quest began. It must be serious. That's not the kind of place you could just go to for old time's sake. Well, I guess we won't be seeing this place for a while. This will be your first trip away from here. Take a long look. You never know when you'll be back home. When I left Vale, I was just 17. My life was never the same. Think you're ready for all this? Oh, so they were 17, so I think so they're 47 now, but I think they're only like 27 in terms of actual, like, physical age. I'm with Matthew. We're so completely ready for this. Well, I know I'm ready to start this quest too, so how about we get going? No. What? You're not holding all this against me. Come on, pal, let's get that feather. It's like we were fated to go on this quest, so I think we'll be off soon, Garrett. It's good to start a journey looking forward to the adventure ahead. Now go get ready. Okay, Dad, we're leaving. Alright, Tyrell. Isaac didn't show up to see us off. We're starting on our first adventure. This shouldn't be a time for sadness. Anyway, he's not here and it doesn't look like he's coming, so let's just drop it. Okay, now head for Carver's camp. Remember, you'll be meeting at the bridge there. Say hello to Kraden for me. And don't do anything reckless out there. Tyrell. Great. You're in charge, Matthew. That means you have to take care of these two. Don't give me cause for concern now. We'll be back with that mountain rock feather before you know it. Dad, Hey, come on now, little man. Don't be blubbering. No second thoughts now. Off you go, son. You'll be all grown up when you come back. I bet we won't even recognize you. Now head to Patcher's place to dig up more information about your journey. This emporium serves up just about everything refugees from Vale might need to survive. A small settlement is huddled around the store. Patcher's place is full of fellow refugees from Vale. They'll all be good to you. Just keep Tyrell out of Patcher's sight. That guy still has it in for you, son. This Vale refugee has built a large emporium and inn for fellow survivors of the Golden Sun. Though not exactly a mayor, Patcher is the closest thing to a leader this outpost has. Alright, carry this letter to Kraden, little friend. Good luck to you. I don't think you're allowed to go back. Or maybe you are. If you say so. It's not so easy for me to send you off with so little guidance. You can't just go back. I don't think I missed anything in here, though. I think I've gotten everything. Oh, there's Isaac over there. Yeah, already looked in there. Very scholastic books. It is pretty important to check everything when you can, because, it's a barrel. There's nothing valuable inside. Well-built wooden box. There are multiple points of no return in this game, unfortunately. It is very much a design choice I'm not a fan of. But, you kind of have to be thorough because of that. Everything's kept very tidily. Isaac's diary. It's been 10 years since the last morning moon, so the nightmare is due to return soon. The world must be ready. We must be ready. The morning moon is coming. Mount Aleph requires my full attention, kids, but I have absolute faith in Kraden. After you leave Patcher's place, head to Carver's camp to meet him. The meeting place is the bridge at Carver's camp. Kraden's probably there already. I trusted Kraden with my life when I was young. You can depend on him completely. I cannot leave my post here, since we now believe that someone may be targeting the Wise One. This person is an absolute hatred of the Wise One. Why, we'll never know, but I must stop him at any cost. So yeah, you get a little extra flavor text. You can actually see, for some reason Garrett does not have official artwork for this game, but Isaac does, and Isaac looks amazing. I love the older Isaac design. Can we go back this way, or we get stopped? Yep, we get stopped. We need to head towards Patcher's place, so let's take the stairs over there. There's nothing left to do down in the forest below. Let's go to Patcher's place. Patcher's place! I don't think we have any gin anymore. Oh, we have a gin guide here. This spirit represents the lifeblood of trees and plants and is an old friend of Isaac. Sap's attack absorbs vitality from foes. You never get these back, by the way. Any of the gin you borrowed from Isaac are gone permanently. This spirit controls gravity and is a friend of Isaac. Ground's attack creates gravity wells strong enough to paralyze an enemy. Spirit of Very Hard Stone is one of Isaac's friends. In battle, Granite's tough wall-like body can defend allies. This spirit represents the healing energies of the earth. Quartz can heal wounds by focusing ambient energy into a living creature. This spirit reflects the trace minerals present in living creatures and is a friend of Isaac. Salt can cleanse and purify an ally's body of harmful effects. See, I think there's 3 pages of each except for Mercury and, yeah. Mercury and Mars get a 4th page just for the borrowed gin. And they include the gin that only Isaac and Garrett use. This spirit of concentrated heat is a friend of Garrett. Torch's focused attack passes through any sort of protection. The spirit of radiance is Garrett's friend. The brilliant flash of Shine's attack damages a target and blinds its allies. This incandescent spirit is a friend of Garrett. Flash creates a firewall to protect friends from enemy blows. The spirit of fire's persistence is Garrett's friend. Spark's never say die attitude inspires allies to fight on despite setbacks. This spirit of fire's light. Excuse me. This spirit of fire's light is a friend of Garrett. Corona's glowing radiance is strong enough to blunt enemy attacks. The spirit of ignition is a friend of Garrett. Kindle's influence allows allies to exceed their usual limits of strength and power. Where's Flint? Why isn't Flint here? Oh, I guess they never actually use Flint, so he's not in the... he only shows up in the tutorial. Yeah, but outside of those 11, the rest of them, the other 72 you get, which works out very evenly overall. What am I missing here? If you skip getting entries and you just move on, they still show up in here afterwards. Soarwing. The feather of a mountain rock is what gives this invention its gliding power. If trained, adepts can use a soarwing to fly to a high precision. With high precision. Alright, so entries can get updated as well. Because that entry was in there before. This wind-based synergy summons a small tornado. Objects in the tornado's path may be blown away or thrown into the air. He has lived up to his reputation by being a troublemaker and for being a troublemaker by crashing the Soarwing, the event which has propelled the heroes into action. Is Tyrell equipped? Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Herb. Give the Psi Crystal to him. Give the Elixir to him as well, because he's not a healer. Give this to her. Sun Saga, we'll have Matthew hold on to it. Oh yeah, you could switch the order that they're in as well. Which you could do in Golden Sun 2. Golden Sun 1 you couldn't. Oh wait, no, you could. Never mind. You needed to, because in multiplayer battles you only had 3 characters. And it was only the 3 on the left. The far right one wouldn't go in. Anyway, we got our team here, all level 4. No Jin on anyone. I think. Wait. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Earthquake. Whirlwind. Fireball and Flare. Wow, I forgot how cool he looks in battle. He actually looks, like, decent. Then again, I'm also used to seeing him highly pixelated. Burn an object with a blazing fireball, strike with flaring flames. Yeah, I'm kind of used to this, like, Q-tip smear of a character, as opposed to actually being able to see him. Look, you can see the freckles on his face. That's incredible that they modeled that, and then it just gets dipshit, like dumped on by the fucking DS. Life's cool sometimes. Anyway, this screen, if you have Jin on set, or standby rather, you can see them up here on the top screen, along with your HP. But it's really not that necessary right now, so let's keep the map up there instead. So people who haven't played this game might know this song. It's in Smash Brothers. It's in Smash for Wii U and Ultimate. Completely unaltered. It's just this song. Whoa, a Jin right in front of us. What should we do? Catch it, of course. Wait, you don't need to do that. It's me, Flynn. father sent me to look out for you, Matthew. You'll need assistance from Jin if you hope to survive the trip to the mountain rock. Besides, none of you have been on a real adventure before, but I have. So I'm glad to help you out. Let's be on our way, friends. Oh, so you actually do get Flint. I've got a message from your father, Matthew. Isaac says that while you're at Patcher's place, be sure to visit the Synergy training grounds, and make your way to meet Kraden at Carver's camp. Isaac has already got the word that Kraden is there, waiting by the bridge for you. Would you like me to repeat all that? No. Well then, off we go! Okay, so you do actually get, one of the Jin from the previous game. The titular Flint. Wait. He's not really titular, though. Is it titular or titular? Because if they're talking about titles... Whatever. This spirit was Isaac's very first Jin. Flint talks a great deal, but is both knowledgeable and nice, so no one complains. It's set to Matthew. So yeah, all the Jin are new except for Flint. Flint's the only old one you get to keep permanently. And if I want, I can give him to someone else. Make her a basic seer, or make him a brute. And just like before, if you keep the same type on you, it just kind of raises your stats and gives you more spells. Anyway, we got a full world map on the top. We got all this going on down here. We're off. I gotta see how mastering weapons works, because I haven't been told anything about that. Short sword. It really doesn't say anything, huh? I guess just use it a few times to master it. Anyway, you're going to see very little synergy use in battle for the first part of this game, because it is very easy to just plow through it all. How long was it between Golden Sun 2 and Golden Sun 3? Lost Age came out in 2003, and then Dark Dawn came out in 2010, so it was about 7 years, 7.5 years, really. And now it's been 10 years and yet not a peep from the series. I don't think there's anything really to find on the overworld. It's just get from point A to point B. Not a whole lot of exploring to do, too, because, again, there's points of no return, so... I actually better find a Jin guide so I don't miss any. Veil remix. 3 coins. Did you know that the warriors of Vale lived in a cabin near Mount Aleph? They're just up the road, still looking out for the world. The group of adepts who saved the world by unsealing the force of alchemy and causing the Golden Sun 30 years ago. But because the event also brought mass destruction, the warriors of Vale are widely seen as a controversial group. Don't forget to visit our Synergy training grounds. It's a must-see for new adepts. You can experience the epic journey of the Warriors of Vale as 4 theme park areas. Oh right, forgot about that. Come on. Finally, Patcher's place. I'm always amazed by how many things Patcher packs in here for sale. Yeah, it's amazing. Now get me out of here. That's right, I forgot Tyrell isn't welcome at Patcher's place. Hey, don't be so down. Who knows why Patcher has it in for Tyrell? Don't blame me. I didn't want to come back here. Actually, I'm getting out of here before it's too late. You three over there. I'm Patcher. This is my place. What can I do for you? Hey, you're Isaac's kid. Matthew, right? Well, Isaac's kid is welcome here anytime. Weren't you and your dad just here yesterday? What brings you back so soon? Not here with your father? Odd. Where could Isaac be? Hello again, Patcher. Where do I know you from? Is she traveling with you, Matthew? Really? Wait a minute. I remember who you are. You're Karis, Ivan's daughter. That's right, Patcher. I've been visiting here on business for my father. You seem like a smart kid, just like Isaac said. Uh-oh. Heh. Hi there, Patcher. You, Garrett's son. What are you doing here? Come back to make more trouble? Trouble? Me? Here? That's ancient history. Ancient history? I remember it like it was yesterday. Because it was. Your stupid synergy nearly burned down my store. I want you out of here, and you others, finish shopping and be on your way. So that's why he can't stand you, Tyrell. You nearly burned down his store? Wow. Is there anywhere you haven't made a mess of things, Tyrell? What I did here happened forever ago. I didn't mean to do it, but Patcher never ever forgets. Yelling isn't helping. We need to calm him down. Snap out of it, Tyrell. Ouch, that hurt. I hope that did hurt, Tyrell. It's pretty stupid losing your temper like that. You would have scorched this whole place. I'm sorry, but we adepts aren't supposed to be using our powers in public when we're just starting out. It's our responsibility as adepts to make sure we never hurt people. Our fathers are concerned about how people view synergy. People must see it as helpful, not hurtful. Burn your own reputation if you must, but have a care for how that would impact Garrett. Okay, fine. What'd he say? I can't hear him. I said I heard you, so just drop it. You're going to hold it in check, Tyrell? No synergy in front of strangers anymore, okay? Now you're just starting to nag. Typical. Just typical. Oh, come on. Don't get insulted now. Okay, no synergy in front of strangers. Now, can we drop it, please? Consider it dropped. But we do have a problem. I doubt Patcher will give us any helpful information now. What do you think we should do, Matthew? Smile. We should take it easy? Good idea. Maybe Patcher will see Tyrell in a new light if we keep calm. You guys are really looking out for me. I'm not sure if I deserve such good friends. Oh, Tyrell, you know we like you just the way you are. He'll come around. That is, if you could keep your fireballs under control. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Well then, leader, lead on. Veil survivors know that there are 4 kinds of synergy. Want to learn more? Adepts generally master a specific kind of synergy based in fire, water, earth, or wind. You have 3 of the 4 kinds of adepts in your party, so you're mostly covered. You may have also heard of the force of alchemy that has been revived. The ancients used alchemy to combine the 4 elemental energies to do amazing things. The survivors from Veil and their descendants can all use synergy, so it's pretty common around here. But adepts are still rare around Angara. Keep your powers under wraps or you might attract some unwelcome attention. Just a box. Nothing valuable inside. Herbs and restorative items are essential for long journeys. So stock up. If your party falls in defeat, you'll lose more than the cost of a few curatives. Patrick stocks a wide variety of goods here. I always walk away with more than I intended. The Veiled Refugee has built a large general store and inn to support fellow survivors of the Golden Sun. This unofficial leader of this area welcomes all who visit, except Tyrell, who once nearly burned down his place. Your mothers and fathers, the warriors of Veil, saved the world from ruin. Unfortunately, the rest of the world only sees the Golden Sun they unleashed as a horrific catastrophe. I'm sure your dad's told you about the Golden Sun changed the land. It shook the world so violently that it reshaped everything. Mount Aleph and our home Vale were devastated, and new mountain ranges divided up all of Angara. So you're traveling with Tyrell. Do you really trust that hothead? Isaac trusted him with the quest, huh? I suppose I could sell you some goods then. You'll need all the help you could get if you're traveling with him. What? I suppose he must be traveling with you. Suppose you must be traveling with him for a good reason. Watch him, though. Actions speak louder than words. Got a lot to prove to make up for his trouble. Don't mind me just stealing your bannock here. Power bread. Power bread. Raises max HP permanently. I think I have to give it to someone. Alright, let's give it to Karis and see what happens if she tries eating it. Oh no, you could choose who to use it on, okay. It's a pretty big increase too, that was 6 points. Well-crafted furniture. Most people in Wayard have no idea the sacrifice of Vale that saved the whole world. Dank herb, baby. It smells of freshly baked goods. Your father Isaac was very handsome. All the young women from Vale couldn't take their eyes off of him. Well, a well-built wooden box. So it goes. A warrior who came back from a long journey told me the strangest news. The continent has been expanding since the time of the Golden Sun came 30 years ago. So the world was crumbling, and now it's decrumbling. It's uncrumbling. I bet you're going to Carver's Camp. You'll have to cross the Goma Highlands to get there. Can you use Synergy? You should be able to get through. It used to be lowlands until the Golden Sun shook things up. The men of Carver's Camp have tried to tame the wild animal area, but you'll still need Synergy to pass through. Oh, and look for the sky gondolas and lumberjacks have set up. They make travel far easier. I don't know how you're going to get through. Only adepts can get past such natural obstacles. Antidote. You're on a quest given to you by Isaac and Garrett. Wow, they're a hard act to follow, aren't they? Sorry, one moment. It's been a long day. You're heading down through the Goma Highlands, right? After you cross the Highlands, you'll reach the lumberjack area known as Carver's Camp. The camp is at one end of the only valley that cuts through the impassable Goma Mountains. This range divides the Vale refugees from the rest of Angara. Isaac's cabin is on a plateau that is part of the new highlands raised up by the Golden Sun. You're not? Then you'll never meet the lumberjacks of Carver's Camp. They're worth the highland trip. Synergy Training Grounds. This area is now essential for helping new adepts prove their skill with synergy. But it's just as essential for showing young adepts what the Warriors of Vale did on their epic journey 30 years ago. I recall it's a very good grind spot. The elders who lived in Vale say the Soul Sanctum was hidden from the world. That is, hidden where Vale used to be, on the slopes of Mount Aleph. But after the Golden Sun came, everyone found out about Soul Sanctum. Hey, did you know about the Synergy Training Grounds around here? You don't? Go experience it. You'll love training while seeing all that Isaac and the others did to save the world. Good. It's so great that the grounds offer training while letting us experience the epic journey of the Warriors of Vale. 2 Synergy Training Grounds. Oh, the Djinn shows up on the map once you see it. Bilibin stands on the far side of one valley that passes from the highlands to Goma Mountains. I think Isaac knows Lord Macaw, or at least I think he's still the Lord. His son is taking over these days. Ruler of Bilibin got his start as the mayor of a small town. Over the years it has grown into a full-fledged nation. While Lord Macaw is the ruler of his domain, there are widespread rumors that his wife plans to put her son on the throne. Ow, my butt. Yes, maybe it's different the second time I check. There's a beautiful site in the highlands known as the Kanpa Ruins, but it's hard to reach them even for strong adepts. These ruins are thought to have been a major center where ancient adepts can share ideas with visitors. Little else is known about this mysterious location, which only came to light after the Golden Sun. Sun Saga 2? Yep. Bilibin is Lord Macaw's territory, way off to the east through the mountain valley. Its guards are strict about who comes and goes there. I have no desire to set foot in Bilibin. Are you leaving our area and heading through Bilibin to the lands beyond by any chance? No, you looked geared up for a long journey, but it's really best to stay home at home these days. We thought the world would settle down after the Golden Sun's first catastrophe struck. Then civilization took a turn for the worse as leaders forged countries from chaos and waged war. Yes, it's really best that you stay safe here, where war has not yet come to us. I still can't believe that most of Angara has divided into countries since the Golden Sun. Bilibin is worse than most. Lord Macaw has grown this town into a realm ruled with an iron fist. So good luck to you if you head to Bilibin and all those countries beyond it. Oh, it's the priest. It's the healer dude. Welcome, weary wanderers. What aid do you seek? Remove cursed item, exorcise spirits, cleanse the body of poison or venom, revive. I see. One of your number has fallen in battle and needs revival. Fear not, none of your companions have fallen yet. The text is almost exactly the same, right down to the fact that the exclamation point doesn't appear for revive, but does appear for all the other ones. When you become poisoned, cursed, or fall in battle, visit one of us healers. We bring warriors back from the brink. Smoke bomb? Yep. The Golden Sun shook up our side of the continent pretty badly. Few could leave the Goma Highlands. Then the lumberjacks at Carver's camp tamed the new wilderness, and they built a bridge that goes to Bilibin. I'll stop checking everything at some point, because there's going to be a point where I get reveal. Most people take the valley route to Bilibin through the otherwise impassable Goma Mountains, but powerful adepts can access a second route that's hidden below the Kanpa ruins. Ooh, an oil drop. I could probably just sell those. Those are so useless. Any attacking items are not necessary. Light an enemy. Oil drop. Sin Saga 2. I like that the items auto-sort. There's no manual sorting in this game. This is the Synergy Training Grounds. You'll get a special card if you pass the challenge. This card allows you to pass through the gate that bars the way into the Kanpa ruins. Hey, look at me. Can you make it up? You'll need to know how to make it through training. You can learn about the epic tale of the Warriors of Vale in the training grounds. But I hear that there are books scattered around that tell chunks of the whole story. Try to find them in bookshelves and such. I hear the whole collection is truly epic. I hear that Warriors of Vale can pass the test in no time flat. Wow, Isaac must truly be an awesome warrior if that's true. The training grounds are too fun to experience just once. You could run through it again and again. You even get a nice reward if you complete it more than once. My dears, be sure to pass all 4 areas of the Synergy Training Grounds. Otherwise you'll find yourself coming back before long. The gatekeeper near the Kanpa ruins will turn back if you haven't finished the tests. Follow the warrior's legendary quest. Light the 4 elemental lighthouses and 4 thrilling test areas. Restore alchemy to the world. Save everything from oblivion. There's talk of a dangerous vortex inside the cave of the Kanpa ruins. It's said to suck up synergy. How revolting. Push. Push. If you're going to Goma Mountains, you'll pass near the Kanpa ruins. They're amazing, so if you want to visit them, be sure to go south from Carver's camp. You'll need to get through the road gate to reach the ruins, but it's worth all the trouble. Most of Angara leaves us all in peace on this side of the Goma Mountains, but they all say that might change because of the discovery of the Kanpa ruins. Some countries across Angara don't like the Vale refugees being in control of such an ancient place. Everybody calls me a monkey because I always climb on trees, but I hope I don't look like one. Alright, I think we can figure this puzzle out pretty handily right here. If Matthew wants to stop being a janky motherfucker. Jump on it. Come on. There we go. Downwards growth. That's new to this game, I believe. Marjin Forge joined you. It's set to Karis. This Spirit of Fire strengthening aspect is encountered at Patcher's Place. Forge's blazing flame stirs allies to greater ferocity in battle. Oh, let's give that to, she's a pilgrim. Yeah. Sounds like the Mario 64 walking noise. Might have been a little out of temper. I might have been a little out of line when I lost my temper. Sorry, Matthew and Karis. Of course, you're always welcome to shop here. So let me walk you through what different kinds of goods and services I provide. Okay, starting from this side. See the little home sign? Check in there to stay the night. When you stay at inns, you'll recover all your hit points and synergy points. You'll leave fully refreshed. Next, see the shield sign? It's my armor shop. Always equip the best protective gear you could find to survive the battles ahead of you. When you see the sword sign, that means you're at a weapon shop. Every time you visit a new town, check out what weapons are available locally. Finally, the herb leaf sign means you're at an item shop. Fledgling heroes should stock up on lots of herbs and other restorative items. Now, at any kind of store, you can also find rare or one-of-a-kind things in the artifact section. Oh my god, artifacts spelled with an E? Is that really how they do it in Britain? And if you sell or throw away any such rare weapons, armor, or items, you can always buy them back later on. That's the tour. So you understand what inns and shops have to offer? And stand at any shop to do business with me. Interested in some armor? Cotton shirt, one-piece dress, wooden shield. It's pretty good. You get a lot of money too starting off, so. Yep, and he offers to buy your old stuff immediately, just like the original games. Artifacts. Sorry, I'm out of stock. Come back later, okay? Repair. I can fix any broken armor you've got right here. I forget how stuff breaks. I think there are certain specific items that break. Longsword, 8. Oh, those are expensive, though. Short sword. Mace. Short bow. Unleash double shot. Unleash critical strike. Spin strike. Might give her the bow, or the short sword is better, though. Weapon skill. Oh, there you go. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Whatever. I can afford one longsword, but it's not really worth it, is it? Oh, it shows the current artifacts at the top. I didn't notice that. Herb and antidote. Don't need either of those, but he does have a water of life available for 3,000. Those are very valuable, so I'll make sure to buy that when I can. 6 coins for a room, sure. You slept well. Come back anytime. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, these training grounds, you kind of like grind them a couple times. Before we do that, though, let's read Volume 2 of this thing. The day after Mount Aleph erupted, Isaac and Garrett left Vale. They began their quest to get the remaining elemental stars back. And of course to rescue the kidnapped Jenna and Kraden from their captors. Jenna's brother Felix, who had turned traitor on Vale, had to be stopped. As they traveled across the continent, the two heroes met others who joined their party. The wind adept known as Ivan was the first to join. Along with his power over the skies, he could read people's minds. The three adepts journey onward, performing heroic deeds throughout the continent. There's Trent from Kolima Forest, who turned people to trees. Imil. Until they finally arrived in Imil, where they found the first elemental lighthouse. Here they met Mia, who had devoted her life to caring for the sick and elderly of Imil. Mia was one of the few members of her family still alive to look after the lighthouse, the one devoted to the water element. Unfortunately, by the time Mia and the heroes entered the lighthouse, they found its beacon already lit. Someone had beaten them there, someone who'd helped reignite its fire. This intruder was Mia's cousin, Alex. As another surviving member of her family, Alex was a water adept, just like Mia. His betrayal of his people meant failure for the heroes as well. They could not stop the beacon from being lit. Isaac and the party had traveled so far, yet their journey had been in vain. Mia was bound by duty to join Isaac and his friends. She knew that her cousin would stop at nothing to ignite all of the lighthouses. Together they could perhaps stop Felix and Alex, the two fiends who had the same mad ambition. The party was now 4 strong. The adepts renewed the chase. Cool shit. It's like I actually experienced it. These are the Synergy training grounds where you could test your skills while following the historic footsteps of the warriors of Vale. Will you take the challenge? Okay, here's what you need to know about the trials ahead. Whoosh. Fierce monsters await you in the training grounds. Do what you must to survive each evil encounter. But monsters aren't your only worry. Stubborn logs and other obstacles will block your path. Use your wit, strength, and synergy to find the way forward. Never forget that signs are a warrior's best friend. Read them for hints. Now, if the hardships before you weren't tough enough, you must also finish within a time limit. Look at Satoros over there. So get to the end of each area as quickly as you can, then overcome the final challenge you find there. By the way, your PP will regenerate faster here in the training ground, so use all the synergy you want. If you want to leave during training, step onto one of the red circles. You'll get the gate card for the Konpa Ruins if you pass the whole course. So, good luck, adventurers. I implore you, future warriors of Vale, you must live the legend. So, I believe doing this multiple times is good for grinding. Like, you get to level 9 pretty quickly here. The first area covers Isaac's quest to get to the first of the lighthouses that lit up the Golden Sun and the Mercury Lighthouse. This lighthouse provided the water energy that combined with the other 3 elements to power the force of alchemy. The towers in the Immel region of Angara was one of the 4 that were lit to trigger the Golden Sun event. Blast your enemies to blaze a trail forward. 10 minutes is very generous, by the way. This isn't Hyrule Warriors. I don't have to worry about running out of time. Help Tret from Kolima Forest find his friendly face. Nobody should look like that. This is an old friend of Isaac's who lives in Kolima Forest. This mysterious forest in the northeastern area of Angara. Isaac's old friend Tret can be found somewhere amongst its trees. Oh, I see. The climb up here. It's been a long time. He's happy. Going up. This area might look like some sort of wacky attraction, but it's no walk in the park. You need to solve its puzzles in order to reach the Venus Lighthouse. The lighthouse provided the earth energy that combined with the other 3 towers in Gondawan and was one of the 4 that were lit to trigger the Golden Sun event. The second area covers the quest to the Venus Lighthouse down the eastern side of the Angara continent, then into Gondawan. This vast continent is to the south of Angara. The warriors of Vale famously traveled to Gondawan to light the Venus Lighthouse. This continent, once joined by land to Angara, has since split away due to the seismic effects of the Golden Sun. When the Mercury Lighthouse was lit, the elemental power of water gushed across the world. Ride the rails to the next obstacle section. Switch the track to turn points where needed. Oh, I see. We're gonna need Whirlwind for this one. Keep that one as is, because it'll break. It'll hit here if we don't. But switch to this one. I'm guessing this is meant to emulate the flooded town. Alton, I think that was it. Defeat the Kraken of the Caragol Sea. This giant squid plagued the Caragol Sea, capsizing all ships that fell within its grip. While sailing across the Caragol, the warriors of Vale slew the vicious squib. This vast inland sea was once a vital between crossing Angara and Gondolin. After the two continents were split from each other by the Golden Sun, the Caragol Sea became joined to the ocean. Originally, the Caragol Sea was just a lake, a really big lake. Turos and Minardi, and I missed both of them. It's almost like I actually lived the events of Golden Sun. The release of power from the first two lighthouses radically altered the landscape for the warriors. So their greatest hardship will be finding some kind of safe path to the Jupiter Lighthouse. Guess what? It's the wind energy. It was in the Ateka region. Western Gondwan's Ateka region. All things considered, the lighthouses were pretty close together. Despite how big the world was. This area revisits the Jupiter Lighthouse quest, which led from Indra to Osena. Here the heroes met Pierre of Lemuria. Indra. This continent was where the warriors of Vale found the ship that allowed them to sail around the world. Indra was once east of Gondwan, but the cataclysmic events of 30 years ago pushed the continent away from that continent. Osenia. This large continent is far to the south, across the ocean from Angara. The warriors of Vale crossed the desert expanse and scaled its immense Ayers Rock plateau, using wind-based synergy. Pierre, the water-type adept from remote civilization of Lemuria, joined Felix's party in his quest to ignite the lighthouses. He now sails the world in his ancient ship, investigating mysterious phenomena. Lemuria. This legendary island city is home to an advanced civilization isolated from the world by surrounding and ever-present mists. What? Okay, that was worded kind of weird. Time passes slowly for its citizens, who sometimes travel the world in powerful ships of distinctive design. Ancient Lemuria fell into ruin partly due to the brutality of Poseidon. But how could it possibly be possible to defeat a sea god? This sea god stood in the way of all who tried to sail past him. The warriors of Vale had to acquire the Trident of Ankle in order to breach Poseidon's invulnerability. Make that Gobumba statue's tongue stick out. The huge statue was revered by a village in central Gondwan. The statue was the entrance to a vast clockwork labyrinth that was powered by synergy. Hello? Step up? Okay. I am getting mad tired. Assemble the Trident of Enkel and defeat the sea god Poseidon. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, very tired. I'm ready for bed now. Oh, come on. Let's just use the touchscreen. Trying to aim it with the controller is very annoying. Gaudio and Karst. Their faces look so weird. I'm burning them away. Like their face. It's weird how like realistic their faces. Not enough PP. What? Oh. It's weird how detailed their faces are while their bodies are just like simple painted sketches. The warriors crossed harsh extremes to reach the first 3 lighthouses, but the 4th was the harshest of all. You must slog through the snow and ice to get to the Mars Lighthouse, and then you must slay a dragon. Oh, I forgot to check Mars Lighthouse. Whatever. And Namos artifacts gave the hero's ship the power of flight, allowing passage over the icy oceans to the Mars Lighthouse. The tribe of Wind Adepts is said to have raised the ancient city into the sky, where its underside is still visible as the moon. All modern Wind Adepts are thought to be descended from the Anemos. The lighthouse provided the fire energy that combined with the other 3 elements. The towers on the lands north of Angara were was on the 4. Yeah, blah 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 blah. The Golden Sun event was triggered when all 4 lighthouses were lit, fully restoring alchemy to the world. Melt. Evaporate. Prove your worth to the incarnation of Mars, then ascend to the lighthouse. Okay. What do I do now? Oh, I can push this forward if that makes any difference, and it does. Oh, I can't get past that last one, though. Okay, let's move this one and then start pushing. Okay, that's gonna make that burn that up if I try growing it. Fight a Guardian Karst again, even though you don't actually fight them there. You fight the flame dragons, which they turn into. Toasty. And there's the fusion Doom Dragon, which, guess what, is an actual fight. Dim Dragon. Jinx. Matthew's unaffected. Oh, I said it. I didn't actually summon. Fuck. Whatever. Oh yeah, it's weak to Pebble Breath. It's weak to fire because it's made of wood. Dim Dragon is out of order. Oh, I already summoned. Whoops. Alright. Pretty sure it just made that cartoony, like, guitar breaking sound effect. Yeah, this thing drops a lot of experience. I believe it's good. You could grind here to like level 9 or 10. Tyra learned Starburst, which helps out immensely, which I might do off stream. Just because I really have to stop soon. Which chest would you like to open? Let's go right. Gate card. You made it through training. Now you possess the gate card. You'll need that to pass through the gate to the Kongpa Ruins. You've already completed the basic test here at the Synergy Trading Grounds, but now you could try that harder challenge. Would you like to continue? Records. Hard stuff. Now. Very well, you new warriors of Vale. Live the legend! Yeah, I think the hard one can be farmed. It's just a tighter time limit. I'll run through it one more time without obviously reading anything, taking any breaks. And that'll be it for tonight. I won't move on to the next area yet. Speedrun time. Go! 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 Same shit, different day. Really? Because the intended target wasn't the one it hit, so it didn't count. Honestly, grinding here might not even be worth it, just because it takes so long to get through this. Oh my god, no. Why would I do that? Probably just quicker, because I gotta ride over there anyway, so... I just jump over here, then I could jump back over there later. Ah, left without me. Really bad with the cycles here. Good. It actually really hurt us. Just paused us for a second. Oh look, the treasure chest at the top is already open too, so I just get to open the other one. Oh, and the enemy's different too. Dim Dragon Plus. Jin burp. Matthew's Jin are all drained. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it even drained the standby Jin. Fuck. Alright, well, that sucks. Heck. Starburst. Yeah, Jin Burp is a reference to the Jin Storm and Jin Festival or whatever it was, attacks from the old games that just drained your Jin completely. Remember how common that is in this game. Ow. Yep, that was definitely the cartoon, like, guitar breaking sound effect. Ding! $267 experience points. Inspire. Fresh Breeze. Flare Wall. We got a nut too, those are good. Can't get much better than that. Water of Life, nice. Good item, worth having this early. I think that should be enough. Oh, I don't even have all my PP back, though. Let's see. So where are we right now in terms of stats with their attacks? Strike with an Earth Inspire, that's good for single target. Fresh Breeze, restore around 40 HP to all allies. Ooh, that's a good move. I'll give the Water of Life to Tyrell, just because I'll probably make the most use of it since he can't learn Revival or anything. Gate card, proof of being a powerful adept. I actually decided that now is not the time to use that. Yeah, and we're on our way, except not tonight. I am, as the French would say, lay exhausted. Saved. Yeah! Alright. Yes, I streamed, if you're just tuning in now, I've been streaming for 5.5 hours, about almost 6. So I apologize for that. But I need to go to bed. It was good returning to this game. I'm looking forward to replaying it and discovering every little nuance about the game that I like and every little nuance about the game that makes it suck, since this game is still the worst Golden Sun game. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's been a fun revisit, even though it's killing my throat because of all the talking. So that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be too busy. I think I'm just going to be decorating our tree, and that's it. I'm probably going to try to get 3 streams in. Ring Fit earlier in the day for like half hour, an hour. Maybe 3 hours of Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and then another 3 hours of this at the end of the day. I want to get them in because Monday I am not streaming. I'm actually going to be off Monday evening, and then Tuesday I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to be off work, so I might do more streams, and then I'll return to normal on Wednesday. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Y'all have a great evening. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/wildabandon. There's plenty of people there. My auto-host will throw you to one of them automatically after I end the stream. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for coming. You have a good night.